What would you do if you suddenly blacked out during a night out and woke up hours later, miles away, in someone else's clothes, with no memory of what happened? Or imagine driving down a quiet road only to realize a mysterious car is following you. What secrets lie in these terrifying stories? Stay with us to uncover the truth behind these chilling real-life events. The mysterious blackout and lost night on the Jersey Shore? Last year, my buddy Jimmy was hosting a huge event on the Jersey Shore. Jimmy is really connected in the dance and electronic music scene, mostly around New Jersey and New York. His company organizes parties at popular clubs and rents famous DJs to perform. It was going to be their biggest event yet, and all our friends were invited. Jimmy invited me to come early with him, so me, Jimmy, and our friend Ryan drove for an hour and a half to get there. We arrived about 4 hours before the doors opened. While Jimmy and his team set up, Ryan and I decided to start drinking early, taking advantage of the free alcohol offered by the venue. By the time the first DJ started playing, Ryan and I were already pretty buzzed. It was 4th of July weekend, so we felt like having fun and drinking a lot was okay. The night was just getting started, and none of us knew how wild it was going to get. From the beginning, it felt like this event was going to be unforgettable. As the night went on, Ryan and I kept drinking more and more. Before long, we were completely wasted. Honestly, I can't remember ever being that drunk before. We're grown men and can usually handle our alcohol, but this time it was different. It wasn't about making fools of ourselves or throwing up. The problem was we lost control over our decisions and impulses. Despite that, we were having a great time, or at least that's what I think. My memory starts to get fuzzy here. It was that kind of night where everything felt wild and out of control. The music was loud, people were dancing, and we were surrounded by friends and strangers alike. The event was winding down, and it was time to figure out how we'd get home or who we'd be spending the night with. Jimmy had rented an Airbnb nearby and promised us a bed, so at least we had a place to crash. But Ryan and I were more focused on the girls we met at the bar. Two tall, wealthy-looking women named Gianna and Marcella. Little did I know, this was just the beginning of a night that would turn into a terrifying mystery. Ryan and I met two girls at the bar named Gianna and Marcella. They seemed really smart and interesting, which was a nice change from the usual party talk. Both girls were tall and well-dressed, clearly wealthy, which made them stand out. Despite how drunk Ryan and I already were, Marcella insisted we drink more to get on their level before leaving the venue. Surprisingly, it was Marcella who suggested we all leave together to continue the party at her nearby beach house. Normally, guys host or choose the place, so this caught me off guard, but neither Ryan nor I argued. We walked along the beach on the way there, talking about things other than nightlife, which felt refreshing. When we got to the house, it was incredible, like something a professional athlete might own. The inside was minimalistic but full of art and sculptures, very different from anything I'd seen. Not long after arriving, Ryan and Marcella disappeared somewhere inside, leaving me alone with Gianna. She leaned in to kiss me, and that's the last clear thing I remember before everything went black. From here, my memory becomes a blank for several hours, and I don't remember anything else from that night. After Gianna leaned in to kiss me, everything suddenly went blank. I don't remember feeling woozy or drinking more, but there's a huge gap in my memory that won't come back no matter how hard I try. What's strange is I wasn't fully unconscious. My phone shows texts I sent during that time, so I was still awake and aware somehow. Ryan had the exact same blackout, which makes this even more mysterious. We both woke up hours later, over an hour away from the event, in strange bushes wearing clothes that weren't ours. My wallet, keys, and phone were missing. The only things I had were my soaked shoes without shoelaces. It felt like I'd been in water, but I didn't smell like salt or chlorine. I was scared and confused, with no memory of how I got there or what had happened after the kiss. I feared I might have been robbed or worse. When I found a nearby 7-Eleven, I called my sister for help and then Ryan. Luckily, Ryan showed up there too, telling the same story. We went to the police, but they thought we were just drunk and wandered off. Our phones were found nearby, but the police didn't want to check the house Marcella said was hers. Despite all this, Ryan and I knew something strange and scary had happened that night. When Ryan and I woke up, everything was a blur. We found ourselves over an hour away from the party, lying in some bushes, wearing clothes that weren't ours. My wallet, phone, and keys were gone. The only thing I had were my soaked shoes without shoelaces. My head was pounding, and I felt disoriented, like I was waking up from anesthesia. I couldn't remember anything after Gianna kissed me. Panic set in as I realized I had no idea how I ended up there. I was scared. What if I'd been drugged or hurt? I managed to get to a nearby 7-Eleven and called my sister, who helped me reach Ryan. He showed up there with the same confused story. We called the police and told them everything, but they didn't believe us fully. They thought we were just drunk and had wandered off. Our phones were found nearby, but the police refused to check the house Marcella claimed was hers. Ryan and I tried to find that house later, but an older man told us no one named Marcella lived there. The whole experience left me with a sick feeling in my stomach. Something bad had happened that night, and I was afraid we'd never get answers. Imagine driving late at night on empty back roads when you notice a car behind you that won't leave your side. No matter how fast you go, it follows. Your heart pounds as fear takes hold. This is Ariel's terrifying night in rural Alabama, a story so intense you won't want to miss a single detail. Ariel's terrifying night being followed in rural Alabama. Several summers ago, Ariel drove from Georgia to a small town in Alabama for a 4th of July cookout. Her college friend Isabel was hosting it. It was a simple backyard party with paper plates, homemade fireworks, and plenty of food. The atmosphere was warm and friendly, kids running around with sparklers, and everyone enjoying good company. Ariel stayed at the party until just after 10 p.m. Looking back, she thinks leaving that late was her first mistake. The area she was in gets very quiet at night. The roads were long, dark, and mostly surrounded by thick trees. Occasionally, she'd pass old farmhouses or small churches, but mostly there was just darkness. Ariel was in a good mood from the party, listening to music softly as she drove. But deep down, there was something about driving through such lonely roads at night that made her uneasy. She has always been a bit afraid of the dark, and this feeling stayed with her as she continued down those empty back roads. About 30 minutes into her drive, Ariel noticed a pair of headlights in her rearview mirror. At first, she thought it was just another driver on the same road. But as time passed, she realized the car was following her closely. It was a gray Nissan Altima, with mud covering its bottom half, clearly visible under the streetlights. No matter how fast Ariel sped up or slowed down, the car stayed the same distance behind her. She tried to let the car pass by moving to the right, but it didn't. It stayed exactly 6 or 7 car lengths back, matching her every move. When Ariel took a sudden left turn onto a small residential road, the gray Nissan did the same. That was the moment she knew for sure someone was following her. The road had only a few houses and was not a place strangers usually belong. Ariel felt a sick feeling in her gut. Her heart raced as fear began to take over. She didn't know who was in the car or why they were following her, but she knew it wasn't good. She just wanted to get somewhere safe and public, with lights and people around. Ariel's fear grew as the gray Nissan Altima kept following her exactly, no matter how fast or slow she drove. She tried everything, speeding up, slowing down, even moving to the side to let the car pass. But it stayed right behind her, never changing distance. The road was dark and empty, with nothing but trees on either side. Ariel's heart was pounding like someone was holding a gun to her head. She felt helpless and scared, not knowing what the person inside the car wanted or why they were focused on her. Suddenly, her gas light came on. The needle was dropping fast, and she realized she might not make it to the gas station. Out there in the middle of nowhere, with someone following her, running out of gas felt like a nightmare. Despite the fear, Ariel kept driving, hoping to find a gas station soon. She knew she had to stay calm and keep moving, even though every sound from the car behind her felt louder and scarier. The night felt endless, and she just wanted to get somewhere safe. Ariel's gas light came on, and she felt a wave of panic. The needle dropped quickly, and she knew she might not reach the gas station 8 miles away. With the gray Nissan still following her, she felt trapped. Her old Corolla wasn't reliable, and she wasn't sure it would last. Ariel tried to stay calm, keeping her eyes on the road and hoping the gas station appeared soon. Finally, she saw the glowing sign and pulled in fast. She jumped out and ran inside, locking the car door behind her. Through the window, she saw the Nissan stop at the lot's edge, engine running, but no one got out. After about 10 seconds, the car sped away, disappearing down the road. Ariel felt a mix of relief and fear. The danger seemed to vanish, but the terror of being followed stayed with her long after she left the gas station. Ariel told the gas station worker what happened, and he called the police for her. Even after talking to them, she felt unsettled and scared. Weeks later, she saw news about dangerous men linked to a stolen gray Nissan Altima, the same car that had followed her. The timing and details matched perfectly. Ariel reported her story to the police, realizing how close she came to real danger. The fear stayed with her, a night she would never forget. If you found these stories chilling, hit that subscribe button and join our community for more real-life mysteries and terrifying tales. What would you do if you were followed or suddenly blacked out with no memory? Comment below and share your thoughts. Don't miss our next video, 3 creepy TR urban exploration horror stories.